So we're going to be using a version of the 3-click method, but where people get the 3-click method wrong is they think they can only click 3 times. That's not correct. It's about 3 levels of risk. So the first click is when you see a potential hazard. A potential hazard is anything that can move. The second click is when that hazard develops. So if the risk gets higher, we're going to click again. And the third click is when it becomes a serious moment and you would have jumped on the brakes. Now, there could be a good number of potential hazards. There will be less developing or changing hazards, and there will be 1, maybe 2 serious hazards. So let's have a look at this clip. This is CGI video 2. So we're clicking for the car coming the other way. Now, if it's the first of a few cars, I just click for the first one and I look for the change. If another car comes along like this, I would click again. I'm looking for pedestrians, cyclists. There's a pedestrian on the right. And looking for other vehicles. There's another pedestrian on the left. Click. Now I'm looking for this pedestrian to look over their shoulder or walk out towards the road. Click for the car. The pedestrian doesn't. I ignore them. There's a lorry coming, click, a bike, it's coming out in front of us, and now I'm having to slow down. So I've clicked 3 times for that bike. When I first saw it, when it developed, when it became serious. Now I'm going to come around the bike, so I'm going to click, so I'm going towards those parked cars, towards that traffic. And I'm looking ahead, I can see the lights and a roundabout. There's a car coming towards the roundabout, I'm going to click. That car starts to indicate, I click again. And if it pulls in front of me, I click a 3rd time. The clip has ended. And I got 5 out of 5. Now let's have a look at the replay. Can you see there's 3, 6, 9, 12, I think, clicks at the bottom of the video. You can have 8 to 12 clicks per video quite happily, as long as you are not, this is the important moment, you are not double tapping. So tap tap is a bad thing, or spam tapping when you go, oh, there it is, tap, 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 tap. It doesn't like that. But we can see inside that box, actually, there were 4 clicks. And it takes the score of the highest one. So that very, very first clip, first click on this clip, I'm only recording this once. That very first click on this clip was probably a 0, but because I clicked again, I got a 5. Now the next click was probably a 3, but it didn't override the 5. I still got the 5. And that's what we want to see. What we don't want to see is just 3 clicks, because on the day of the test, you're likely to respond differently. We want you clicking and not trying not to click. So that is what's going to make you successful at the hazard perception. One of the reasons that people do not like to click too much is the DVSA video warns you very clearly. If you click too much, you'll get the big red cross on the screen. That's not something to worry about unless you get the red cross. If you haven't got the red cross, you could click more. So click until it becomes a problem. And if it becomes a problem and you get that big red cross, back away a little bit. As I say, the 2 things it doesn't like, double tap, 2 clicks really close together, or spam tap, where you click lots all at once.